holy shit! The Oppai. I sweat. It's like a freaking lake in your titties. So good. So good. But he's like, okay, yeah. They're like, sorry for my sorry. So let's review. You know, Mother Step Darling. Come on, like they're like, it's a Mediterranean titties. Yeah, she got like a freaking ocean. And the ocean has a space to fit between her cleavage. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good scene from an Ecchi standpoint, right? But I want to first address it honestly. I'm gonna probably never really think too. Is the anime too Ecchi, right? Is it actually too Ecchi for its own good? In the sense that it definitely, I mean, I don't think it, you know, diminished the story whatsoever, right? Because I'm not some, you know, PC, Vogue, loser, or whatever. No, I'm not, whatever, not political. But obviously, I use like Ecchi, right? Which is like hentai, who cares, right? You know what I mean? Doesn't, you know, diminish the storyline or the love story, whatever, right? But I do think it is. Episode 2, you know, exploded, right? I, of course, kept saying it's gonna be my best anime last year, right? But yeah, episode 2 exploded. I was like, look at all the boobs and ass and so on. Look at the pantsu scene and so on, right? And I think the episode here, again, is gonna be the same thing too, where instead of people focusing on this, like, really good relationship, like when he's, like, confessing to her in the train, and then falls asleep, right? And she's like, oh, do you like me? Right? Oh my god, he's in love with me. And so on, right? And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm falling asleep, right? And it's all adorable. And so instead of focusing on that, you know, drama, right? You know, the love, yeah. The dating, right? Again, back to this here. But she's like, God, you come, do you love me? You know, and she's all happy that he's confessing, but he falls asleep and so on. Instead of having these focus, right? I have to say, I think the people are going to be, of course, tweeting or whatever on Instagram, you know what I mean? People are gonna go viral and be like, look at her ass, look at the boobs, right? That's gonna be like 90% of people's comments, right? On social media is gonna be focusing on her boobs instead of focusing on the actual, like, really well written relationship, right? And I think that is honestly, I mean, this is like my favorite anime this season, right? It really, except Ousama ranking, but I mean, from a new anime, so from new animes. Latest favorite anime. But I have to say that in some aspect, I don't want to say that because you know I do like ecchi shit, but in some aspect, it's just the anime is so ecchi, much more ecchi, right, than the manga is. They really expand on ecchi, right? So I do think, unfortunately, that it gives the anime, in some ways, a bad rep, right? Because, yeah, you know, it's gonna be people gonna focusing on all the boob stuff, right? Instead of focusing on the actual well-written drama, right, so to speak, again. And this episode here, I think, shows it again, right? Even though, oh, KIMOCHIII, God, yeah. Of course, the manga has too. She's like moaning and doing the, you know, the hentai sounds. Of course, it exists, right? As I said earlier in the reaction part, because, you know, I really love James Gunn. He's my favorite director, right? James Gunn, Suicide Squad, Peacemaker now, so right, my favorite TV show right now. So I'm a huge James Gunn fan, right? But I keep saying it again. James Gunn has done this PGA porn stuff, and this is really what the anime reminds me of, right? Because in his PG porn, they basically keep joking about, you know, oh, it's like the dialogue, right, from a typical adult movie. Yet, of course, nothing ever happens, right? So it's like, oh, do you want to fix my wrench? Oh, fix my car with your wrench? It's like, yeah, with a wrench, you know, and so on, right? And this anime, I think, is very similar too, right? He's like, oh, do you want to fix my skirt with this thing? Do you want to fix my pantsu? Yeah, sure, okay. You know, it's very much like, they have the hentai dialogue. It's this anime has straight up constant, right, hentai dialogue, but they actually don't ever do it, right? Like, but they never go any further, right? Yeah, like, let's be honest here. She's like, can I sleep on your bed and take sexy photos? I mean, you know what I mean? Let's do a sexy photo screen in your bedroom, boyfriend. You know, like, this is obviously, this could be, you know, any, yeah, hentai, right? This is like how I feel half the hentai starts with some kind of gyro cosplay girl, right? Yeah, they're always like this, like, you know, yeah, let's do this image, right? It's like, it really is there, right? So it's very similar to, I feel, something that James Gunn would love. I will have to tweet him again to get him to watch the anime. Yeah, everyone, tweet James Gunn. Try to make him watch the anime. If it is a dream anime. But anyway, so, yeah, because the anime, I think, right, as the last review too, is about the wholesomeness and having an actual, really meaningful, really well-written, right, relationship. So, because if you look at it before, it's all, you know, super, like, yeah, oh god, I'm so cute, yeah, I'm so happy, you know. The scene before is all like, you know, yay, right, and it's super gyro, it's super wholesome, and not that, like, slutty guy, right, more the wholesome gyro, which is like to give cats, right. She's obviously kind of a mixture of them, but still, you know. So the anime, yeah, I think the storyline is more about this, right? You know, she's super wholesome, right? That is what it's about, right? But the review feels weird now. I'm complaining about boobs. First time for me ever, sitting here like, maybe there's too much titties. Maybe the anime is too much titties. What's happened to me? Yeah, what's happened to me? What is this bizarre world? And I'm like, maybe it's like, maybe it's too much oppais? No, but obviously, I think it truly is like the perfect anime. I don't think this at all, right, diminishing the storyline for a second. I'm just saying that you know, because I'm quite open, you know, I'm hanging around on Reddit and Twitter and all this different stuff, right? I just see like every second comment, at least, right, it's gonna be like, oh, it's just a hentai, you know, yeah. I'm just saying that. This is why Claw works, this is why people think this anime is basically hentai instead of thinking it's the best written drama ever, right? Basically, yeah. Because you keep doing these freaking massive oppai sweaty scenes instead of focusing on the relationship. But one thing before we go talking about some other scenes though. Where's the scene? I'm gonna gift it later, of course. Go on the channel. You know, I love to gift this stuff, right? I need to make more, you know, oppai gifts. It's kind of funny. I was complaining. I'm just saying this is why people have the wrong idea, right? On the same time, I am absolutely one of the reasons, because I keep tweeting and so on, right? All this oppai stuff. So on the same time, I am probably one of the worst contributors, right, of the misconception of the anime. Because I'm the person doing all the gifts, right? Come on, Gojo! Look at my boobs! They're so powerful! People are gonna love my outfit! The boob bags! Like, oh my god! I mean, but on the same time, right? She's like incredibly, how say it? Casual, it's called, yeah. Casual with her body. She's like, come on, my boobs are powerful, man! Like, I got the power of titties! With the power of boobs, anything is possible. Yeah, you gotta love her though. She's so open with her sexuality, I guess. Really not afraid of showing her female powers, yeah. I probably talked about this woman before. Maybe in Rest of Darling and so on. But just for example, let's do like a life story. No, but a short life story. I thought about this woman several times before. So I used to work with this game developer, of course, a game company. I work for this woman then, and she's very tall for that matter. So she's gonna know what I'm talking about now. She's she looks different, right? I guess than most of the girls, right? Because she's like almost 2 meters and so on. But anyway, she has this, you know, it's a very uncommon trait, right? This like complete, how say it, lack of decency or whatever you call it. You know, lack of like restraint, I guess, from showing your body, right? So, but anyway, just an example here. So we're this woman, right? Game company for 2.5 years or so. And she has a lot of tattoos, right, you know? She has like tattoos on her boobs, tattoos on her ass, right, and so on. I mean, straight up, right? And she would literally come in the morning, right? Because I was always very early in the morning, so I was like there 6, 7, right? You know, always the first guy in the morning. So she could come in the morning, like it's only us two, right? And she literally happened to be more than one with her. She's like, oh, I got a new tattoo, you wanna see it? And I'm just like, yeah, sure, I need a tattoo. And she shows me her, you know, pulls down her pants. Yeah, and it's like, oh, look at this, like, here, just over my crotch. And I'm like, that's a female's genitalia there, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm not even joking. This woman, in this part, she reminds me of Masha, because she could seriously just, like, flash me. Like, literally happened, yeah. She just pulled down her pants. I was like, look at my, you know, look at this thing. And I'm like, okay. I see your female part, and I see a tattoo over your crotch. Nice, it's up there, yeah. And another time she got on her oppai. I was like, look at my oppai, I got a tattoo on my oppai. And I was like, yes, there are 2 female boobs there, yes. Like, I'm not even kidding. She was very, on that part, she was very much like Marin. But that's probably the only woman I ever met in reality that had that complete lack of like, oh, you wanna see my new tattoo, my ass? Oh, sure, yeah. Like, oh, I can show my ass here. And because even once with this, God, this woman is crazy. Once we were at a bar, like at a bar, you know, with like me, a few other people that she knew, right, and a bunch of other, you know, 50, 100 people, right, you know what I mean? This is obviously a few years ago, like 5 years ago, before the crossover. So we're at a bar, right, and her friend is like, oh, so you got a new boob tattoo or something? She's like, oh yeah, you wanna see it? She's like, oh yeah, sure. And she literally pulls down her top, right, in the bar and shows her friend her tattoo with her oppai in front of me and the people. So yeah, like I am. So this behavior that Marin has, it is not I guess, impossible for someone to meet someone that has this personality. But yeah, that's the only example I have of a woman. Of course, I met women that are very, I say, casual. You know, they're more open to sex or whatever. You know, pretty like first date or whatever. Right? But that woman is the only woman I met that felt like an anime character in that sense. And she's just like, "Oh, you want to see my boob tattoo? Yeah, sure, yeah." Just in the middle of a bar or something. I'm like, yeah, okay. So yeah, she has zero like. No, but this is again, I think, in my opinion, right, the best in the episode, right? In the sense of a drama standpoint, right? Because here Gojo is like thanking her for like, thank you for bringing me out of my shell, right? Because as I keep saying, certain people say this is the perfect incel story ever, right? He's like a loser who has no friends. He goes to the hottest girl ever and makes him happy, you know what I mean? And she's awesome, has ridiculous boobs, yeah. But the scene here I think is so good, right? Because the issue, this is gonna be like, oh, incel loser, but the issue with a lot of people, right, that are angry at women and so on, or whatever, right, they're complaining and so on, right, is that they never take the further step, right, to go anywhere, right? And if someone helps them or whatever, they don't really, you know, respect it, right, you know, or like it, you know, or at least appreciate it, right? But God is an actual person, an actual intelligent person. So not only is he happy that Marin brings him out of, you know, his shell, to speak, to some extent, right? But he's also thanking her. He's like, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for, you know, helping me, you know, go to different places, right? And see new people and so on, right? Because he's used to just go home alone, right? And has no friends and so on, right? So he's very grateful, right? Even though he's the one doing most of the work, but he's grateful for her, like, bringing him along, right? Because he's just happy to meet new people and so on, right? Because he's not an introvert, he's actually just kind of a shy guy, right? You can be extrovert and be shy and so on, or, I guess, better said, Gojo lacks confidence, right? So if Gojo is intro, such an extrovert personality trait, it's not really defined. It's more like he lacks confidence, and that's why he doesn't go out, you know, and talk to people and so on. So he's all happy here, right? That, you know, she's like taking him along, right? But Marin is like, shut up, Gojo! You're the one doing all the work. Stop being grateful to me, right? You are the best part of our relationship, right? You are the one that is helping me have a better life. Don't come here and tell me that you're happy that we are dating kinda-ish. You know what I mean? Whatever they are, you know, best friend, not lovers, but kinda dating, whatever, yeah. She's like, don't tell me that you're happy. I am the one telling you that I'm happy that we're taking out because you happy me. You know? She gets kinda angry with him, you know, like, come on, man, stop being so damn grateful. You know, I am the one benefiting from our, you know, love story or whatever, right? And again, you know, that's why Marin also is like a very written character, right? Because she's just like a one-dimensional woman. It's like, yeah, whatever it is. You know, she has a lot of sympathy and empathy and so on, right? I saw last episode. So, you know, but this also, you know, brings back the cast of anime and so on. As I said in the last review, this is why this anime is so well written. Because you really feel there are two actual people that are actually learning, right, from each other. As I said in my last review, when you're marrying someone or dating someone, whatever, right? You want that person to improve you, right? You want to have a dating life where the other person tries to improve you and you try to improve them, right? And in your dating or in your marriage or whatever, right? You're helping each other become better as people, right? No one's ever perfect. You're trying to always improve whatever it is, right? Like I always say the thing, I said last week too, right? Me and my best friend, right? We fight all the time, right? You know? We fight all the time. But we're still best friends, right? Because we respect each other's different opinions, right? So we argue a lot, right? We debate each other a lot, right? And we keep improving, you know, each other's ideas, right? And so we both, of course, we went to the same university, right? So we both kind of like, whatever, highly educated engineering and blah, 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 and so on, right? He's lawyer engineer, you know, and I'm more like engineer, behavior people, you know. So we have different masters, but we're the same bachelor, right? That's how we met, of course, in the university first year. But so we're kind of different in some aspects, but they have the same, you know, baseline, right? And so we argue about stuff all the time, right? But we kind of like, we do that, and we try to, you know, improve each other's ideas and concepts and so on, right? Like I said last week, right? If I had the same opinion as my wife, right, with everything, I would never talk to my wife, you know? That kind of thing, yeah, or whatever, right? You know, friend, yeah, it doesn't matter, right? And this is why I feel it's an actual relationship, right? Because they have these arguments, right? They have these arguments. And they have, you know, she's a little angry at him, Gojo. Not, I mean, she's not angry as in, you know, F you, right? But she's like, you know, come on, Gojo, stop saying that, you know, she's not angry, but you know, I mean, she's upset, right? For like a half minute, right? And then she's all happy, you know. And then she gets like all in love with him, right? And then she gets to see, she's like, oh, he loves me, right? And she gets some, you know, mixture between, you know, upset, romance, dispute, right? All that mixture, right? that's an actual elationship it's gonna have, right? And of course, again, they're growing and they're improving, right? So yeah, that's what anime is so goddamn good, right? And all the oppais and asses and so on doesn't really matter. no. But I mean, I think the anime is the perfect shit, right? Because yeah, it has insanely good actual relationship, insanely good actual drama, plus all the boobs and ass, right? Plus all the jokes, right? So yeah, for me it is again, you know, a 10 out of 10 drama anime, right? It really is. But I'm just making a review here. Like I'm thinking, I wonder though, it feels like, you know, it feels like an anime that unfortunately some people are gonna skip out on it, I guess, right? Because it's too sexy. You know what I mean? Some people are, of course. I read a review on some blog someone wrote. They were like, this anime is, you know, 1 out of 10, like it's trashy hentai, you know. It's always gonna be those people, right? They're gonna complain about the anime and say that, oh, it's just boobs and ass, yeah, the anime is terrible writing. Of course, people are only angry because there's too much boob and ass, in their opinion. I mean, I think they're wrong, of course. I don't agree with them. I'm just saying that this anime is also gonna have to struggle, right? Having this amazing writing and amazing boob scenes, actually, yeah, amazing sex joke scenes, right? But it's also gonna have to struggle at people hating it because it's like, oh no, it's too much, you know, boobs or something. It's an interesting thing, right? But in my opinion, though, of course, anime is amazing. But you know, I love animes like Dragon Maid, so you know I love animes with boob jokes and so on. Yeah, I'm not some prude, man. I love animes with tits and ass, man. So I am not some goddamn, you know, no. This is good shit, man. What is the dishes? Yeah, you know, I'm all like, Kanna, you know, yeah, so no, I love my freaking love star jokes. But anyway, guys, that's darling in... Why do I keep saying darling in the front? I just miss Zero 2, I guess. I just miss my old good Zero 2, right? Yeah, I'm just like, oh, every time I say darling, I automatically gets triggered with... but yeah, the anime is amazing. Yeah, konnichiwa, sorry, comments later. I'm on my rant here. But yeah, the anime is so interesting, and the anime has... you know, one thing I keep saying, that anime that I find... Let's say here. That I find animes are very, very strong, right? It goes back to how I addressed why I think Dragon Maid was the best anime last year, and also Marin someone. Is this anime mixtures like basically very edgy jokes, very wholesome jokes. So yeah, I think this anime is honestly, again, very similar to Dragon Maid, right? Because Dragon Maid, in the same way, has, you know, the Kanna stuff. That's like, oh, you like Kanna-chan, and it's very wholesome. It's like, you know, kobayashi, Kanna, mom, daughter scene, right? Very, very wholesome. And then the next scene is like Ilulu doing some oppai slap in Taku's face. And like, I will make you a man, Take-kun! And he's like, oh, oppai! Yeah, and like flashing him, right? So the anime, yeah, I think it's a very simple Dragon Maid. That they have this like, almost hentai scenes, right? And then super wholesome in some episodes. Yeah, it actually feels very similar, think about it. Because yeah, Dragon Maid does the same thing, right? One chapter is like Kanna and Kobayashi having this like parent day in school, and it's super nice. It's like, oh, I love you, mom, you know, it's super nice. And then the next part is straight up Ilulu being like, you like my boobs? You wanna see my boobs? Yeah, it's like, Take-kun! Yeah, or Shota and Luca being like, I'm a little boy! Yeah, you wanna sleep together? You wanna snuggle with Munisha or something? Yeah, you get some weird scene, right? So yeah, they're kind of similar. But I guess Dragon Maid is actually probably way more hendo, honestly. Yeah, the little narration is... some of the characters. Better guys, subscribe, but of course, I think let's now we have of course Nami, right? Again, I keep saying it, I think last episode of One Piece is like the best Nami episode in like 10 years. So that I'm actually really excited for. Because I do think that, I mean, you know, I love One Piece, but of course some of the part of Wano is slow paced, right? But the Nami shit is actually really, really good. I think generally is the best Nami ulti and so on. I think generally is the best scene the Nami has in like at least 10 years, seriously. At least. At least 10 years. Like, it might be the best Nami since like 15 years or something. Think about One Piece is so long. But anyway, I think you guys have a great day.